Adrien Broner Demarco fight. Um, as I said in the pre-fight, this was more so for Broner as a test to see what he can do up against a good opponent. Because when he was at junior lightweight, he hadn't fought too many. He hadn't fought a good opponent. He fought decent fighters, but no good opponent. And him moving up in weight to challenge the #1 lightweight, according to Ring magazines, was going to be a test to see if he could, bang with the bigger guys. Would he be able to carry his power, his speed, and would he be able to, hang? And in this fight, TKO in 8th round, he won 7 rounds to 1. The only round I thought he could have lost was the 3rd round. Round 1, round 2 started off kind of slow, but I still thought Broner won both of those rounds. Round 3, okay, maybe you give that round to Demarco. Round 4 was a slugfest, but still, it was Broner hitting him with the faster, crisper, shorter shots. Round 5 was when he really started to break Demarco down, just catching him with the shorter shots, inside shots, just teeing off on his head. And Demarco showed that he has will, he has a chin, he took his shots, but he was just taking too many. Round 6 was more the same. Round 7, Broner slowed down, I think, a little bit in the 7th, but he was still landing the shorter shots. It just was nothing that Demarco was going to do that it was going to offset what Broner was doing. And then in the 8th round, Broner put together a combination and finally knocked him down. The corner stops the fight. I give Broner full credit for moving up, taking this challenge, and fighting the #1 contender according to Ring magazine. And he had said something about if he wins, he may not get full credit. I don't believe that. He got full credit for this fight. Because like I said, he could have fought some bum or a tomato can for his first fight as a lightweight. So, he gets full credit for this fight. I also give Demarco credit too for taking this fight, because he had just fought not too long ago. He didn't have to take the Broner fight, but himself, I guess he wanted to prove that he's the best. And sometimes, the old saying, to be the best, you have to beat the best. So I give Demarco credit as well for hanging in there and giving what he could, even though he lost, but he still gets an A for effort. Where does Broner go from here? Broner, in some interviews before this Demarco fight, mentioned he wanted to fight Ricky Burns. I could definitely see that fight happening next year. And maybe he fights him next, or he fights another fight first, then maybe Burns towards the end of the year. I see that fight happening. I see Broner as a junior welterweight in 2014, because realistically, as I said before, there's only one fight at lightweight form left, and that's Ricky Burns. Whether if he goes to the UK to fight him, or Ricky Burns comes to America, that fight has to happen for Broner. He said he wants it, so it's got to happen. Broner showed that he can move up, that he can bang with the bigger guys. His quickness, his power, everything. I know people have compared Broner to Mayweather because Broner has the super fast hands. He's got the defense. He got the Mayweather defense down pat. But one thing I will say that Broner has at that age that Mayweather didn't have, he was more power and offensive fighter. Mayweather wasn't really much of that. At that age, Broner is. So Broner is definitely on his way to becoming a great fighter. If he keeps up on his pace, he will definitely be that. But like I said, I think he definitely has to fight Ricky Burns sometime next year to bring forth a new Ring magazine lightweight champion. That's definitely my views on that. Now in the undercard with Seth Mitchell, I don't know what to really say about that. Seth Mitchell gets knocked out in the second round. It was unexpected. I really don't know what to say. You know, heavyweight boxing in America it's disappeared. It's no longer a thought anymore. You know, I have said to many people, boxing is the second most popular sport in the world behind soccer outside of the US. And in the US, boxing is not as popular anymore because even Bert Sugar said this. People hang their hat on the heavyweight division as far as Americans, and there just aren't any. People was looking for Seth Mitchell to be the next guy, maybe next year challenge the Klitschko's, and he ended up losing to Jonathan Banks. So, you know, that pushes him out the picture. You know, so I guess he'll have to start back over, excuse me, from square one. So that's my view on that. There's another fight with over, you know, across the Atlantic. Carl Froch, Youssef Mack. Carl Froch gets Mack out in the third round. Another good win for Froch. Like I've said before in other videos, no one has had a tougher level of opposition than Froch has had over the last 3 years. Froch is definitely a great fighter. Froch is definitely a future Hall of Famer. Froch can get in the ring and fight with anyone except for Andre Ward. I don't think he should take that. I don't think he should even consider fighting Ward again. I think he just needs to go after other fighters. Now, he said in an interview a couple of days ago he can continue fighting till 39 or 40. If he feel he can, then more power to him. But I think he just don't even mention Andre Ward's name again. It wouldn't matter. It would be the same outcome. So that's my views on that. Leave your comments. I'll respond to them all. To all the subscribers, thank you. And for those who haven't subscribed, do so, and there'll be more videos to come. Alright then. Until the next time, everyone.